Welcome to Picks on the Bluff's NCAA Bowl Game Extravaganza. I'm your host, Richard Reed, as always. We have a new co-partner, one of our co-partners, Matt. And as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see Santa Sam. As you can tell, we have him on Skype. He's only
I Skyped you from the North Pole, man.
Oh yeah, yo and all that.
Yeah.
So if you look this way a little bit, it's because he's on a computer. Move that away. So because this is going to be a long video, there's not going to be much of this at the beginning. So let's go ahead and get to the bowls. Starting on December 17th, this Friday, Temple versus Wyoming in the New Mexico Bowl.
My pick, I'm going to go with Temple on this one. I think Temple's going to pull this out.
I went with Temple as well.
Pretty even game, but I went with against y'all and said Wyoming.
And that's why you're sitting in third place right now, right?
That's why I'm sitting in 5th place in that,
oh,
probably.
Wow, okay. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, okay. Next up, another December 17th game. We have Ohio versus Utah State in the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yeah.
I just love bowl names.
Let's go with Utah State on that.
I went with Utah State as well.
Another one I went against both of y'all. I went with the Bearcats of Ohio. If you call them cats. I know there's a cat on the symbol of Ohio.
Bobcat.
Bobcat, there we go.
It don't matter what they call them, they're still going to be losers.
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're going to go down to the Bayou with the New Orleans Bowl with the San Diego State and the Louisiana Lafayette.
Well, I can't go for the Cajuns. I'm going to have to go for San Diego State on this one.
Well, I went against you on this one. I went with Louisiana Lafayette.
And I agreed with Santa Sam and picked San Diego State.
Good choice, good choice.
Are you talking to me or him?
You!
Of course!
I don't want to tell him good choice, but he picked opposite of me.
Alright, the St. Petersburg Bowl on December 20th. We have Florida International and Marshall. The Thundering Herd.
Florida International. I ain't never heard of that school.
We have.
I'm going to have to go with Florida International, though.
I went with Florida International too because Marshall ain't showed me nothing yet.
And I guess I'm agreeing with both of the co-hosts. Because
Very good.
Marshall is, when you hear about Marshall, you hear about, yeah, they lost.
They pretty bad.
The only Marshall I know is Marshall Walker.
True.
Right?
You can say that, you can say that. Let's see, we're going to the Poinsettia Bowl, the Flower Bowl. Woo. TCU and Louisiana Tech.
Let's go TCU on this one, man.
Horned Frogs all the way.
Do I really have to pick? I mean, it's TCU's going to whitewash this team.
I don't think it's going to be that bad, but
It's
I think
gonna be that
TCU's
bad.
going to win.
It's going to be that bad. Alright, December 22nd, Arizona State versus Boise State in the Las Vegas Bowl.
Wow. My bet's on Boise State.
Yeah, Boise State.
I watched the previous bowl special we had last year, and this is again Boise State losing one game and getting dropped from being in a BCS game to a crap bowl. But still they're going to win. Nevada versus Southern Miss on December 24th at Christmas Eve in the Hawaii Bowl.
I tell you, I think I'm going to go with Southern Miss on this one.
I went with Southern Miss as well.
I agree with you.
But that's one of them games that could probably go either way.
Exactly.
Most of these games could go either way.
That's why they put them together, right?
Exactly. The Independence Bowl, December 26th, day after Christmas. Missouri and the first ACC team to be announced, North Carolina.
All right, I think I'm going to go with Missouri on this one.
Well, I picked North Carolina. I think the ACC is a little tougher than Missouri.
Seeing as I am an ACC guy myself,
There we go. This is what he's supposed to do.
I'm going with North Carolina.
They win a title first time in 30 years, right?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what it is?
We don't talk about the past. It's the
Yeah, okay.
future, baby. It's all
Alright, so
that.
you're gonna live on that past for a long time, aren't you?
Pretty much.
Okay.
North Carolina wins this though. The Little Caesars Pizza Bowl. We got Western Michigan and Purdue.
I'm gonna go with the Purdue chicken on that one.
I went with Purdue too.
I went with the West Michigan. Toss-up game, pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Purdue's gonna win this one handily.
And that's on December 27th. As well as Louisville and NC State in the Belk Bowl. That's in the Belk as in the store, I guess. I'm guessing.
That would be the story, yes.
Yeah.
And I think North Carolina State's gonna take that.
I picked the Wolfpack too after what they did to Clemson.
Man, yeah, shut up. We don't talk about that game either. I did pick them though. I mean, NC State, come on, man. But they'll win. December 28th game, starting off with Toledo and Air Force in the Military Bowl.
Well, I'm not gonna pick the military in this. I'm gonna go with Toledo on this.
I flipped the coin on this one and it come up Air Force.
The
I
only
went with
thing that's
him.
probably going on there is the flyover, probably.
Yeah, that's probably, I don't have a clue.
I went with him. I picked Air Force. I mean, it's the Military Bowl for a reason, I guess.
Yeah.
December 28th, California and Texas in the Holiday Bowl.
Holiday Bowl.
Yes.
What holiday is on December 28th?
Nothing, it's just a day.
Okay. Alright, I'm taking Texas on this one.
Longhorns, baby.
Texas sounds good to me. Let's see, December 29th, the Champs Sports Bowl with Florida State and Notre Dame.
I'm going with the Seminoles.
I am a Seminoles fan, but I ain't picking with my heart. I chose Notre Dame on this one.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think they're going to get it.
I look back, Notre Dame ending the season with 4 or 5 straight ACC games. But they were lower class ACC teams they were playing. They lost to Boston College. I can't pick Notre Dame. I gotta pick Florida State. As well, that's on December 29th. I said that already, oh well. As well as the Alamo Bowl with Washington and Baylor.
RG3.
Alright, I'm taking Baylor on this one.
Baylor Bears, RG3 all the way.
That's it.
Heisman winner,
There now.
and he's gonna lead them to a bowl win.
Yes,
Maybe.
sir.
We don't know that yet. Stay tuned. December 30th, we start out with BYU and Tulsa in the Armed Forces Bowl.
I'm going with BYU on this.
BYU.
And I picked Tulsa.
Imagine that.
Imagine your face in a minute.
What does he do? Put his names in a hat and just draws them out? Or?
Yeah.
That's all he does. That's the point every week.
Ah,
Or just let the dog choose and he just goes whatever the dog
Yeah, he
chooses.
puts the names out there, whichever one goes over there and eats that dog food, and that's the one that he picks.
no respect at all. Alright, now we go to the Pinstripe Bowl of Rutgers and Iowa State.
Let's go with a Rutger, man.
I went with Iowa State. They've had a couple of upsets this year that was kind of impressive, so I think they're going to do it again.
They've had a couple of upsets. I think they're not on track for another one. Go Rutgers.
Yeah, they were upset because they lost, that's why.
We'll see.
Alright,
The first SEC ACC Bowl with Music
who'd you
City.
pick on that?
Shut up, I haven't announced all the games yet on who's in it.
Who'd you pick on that Pinstripe Bowl?
I said Rutgers.
He went with you with Rutgers.
Okay.
Alright,
See, he picks it. You know they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
As I was saying, December 30th in the Music City Bowl, ACC versus SEC, Mississippi State and Wake Forest.
I'm taking the Bulldogs on that one, man.
I picked SEC too.
So you're picking the Bulldogs with their annoying cowbells.
Exactly.
I gotta go Wake Forest against you. But you knowing me.
Another loss. You know the SEC is a better division.
Sure.
You better learn that. That's
But-
why everybody's jumping on that.
Is that
But Mississippi State is at the bottom of the SEC.
Wait, wait.
It's still there.
Isn't
They're
that
still
why?
there.
Is that why Florida State beat Florida?
What? Warriors don't get
Oh.
up this year. That's all that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on the last game on December 30th, the Insight Bowl, Iowa and Oklahoma.
I'm going with Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Sooners, baby.
Gotta agree, there's
They look bad against Oklahoma State, but
oh well. December 31st, last day of the year. New Year's Eve. Texas A&M and Northwestern in the Meineke Car Care Bowl.
Let's go with Texas A&M.
A&M, the Aggies.
You know, I like to pick the A&M Aggies, but they keep losing, and they keep losing, and they keep losing. That's why I went with Northwestern. So, yeah, sucks to be A&M. Let's see. Georgia Tech and Utah in the Sun Bowl.
I'm going with the Rambling Wreck of Georgia Tech.
Woo, go Georgia Tech.
I have to agree with you there. Yes, Georgia Tech going to win. Can't say more about that. That's all I got. Liberty Bowl, Cincinnati and Vanderbilt.
I'm going with another SEC team, Vanderbilt.
Man, I want to go with Vanderbilt. I really did, but man, I think Cincinnati's just a little more, just too tough.
You can't really pick Vanderbilt unless they're playing Kentucky or somebody.
So
So,
you taking Cincinnati?
I'm picking Cincinnati.
All right.
I mean, it's pretty much, Vanderbilt sucks. But, the Kraft...
We'll see it at the end.
Okay. The
Yeah.
Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl with Illinois and UCLA.
Let's go with Illinois on this.
I went with UCLA on this one. I just want them the Illini. I just can't bank on them.
I'm banking on the Illini.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yeah. That one with Illinois. I can say that. And then the other next SEC ACC matchup, the Chick-fil-A Bowl, Virginia and Auburn.
I'm going with the SEC. I'm going with the Tigers.
I figured he would.
Man, actually, I was one of them. I flipped the coin on this one, and I think it's going to be close, but I think Virginia's going to pull the upset.
I think Clemson will go give Virginia some tips, and Virginia's going to win this one, in my humble opinion.
Auburn looked good the first 2 or 3 games, but after that, man.
After losing to Clemson, you should say. All right, we get New Year's, and then we start on January 2nd instead of 1st, for some odd reason this year. Houston versus Penn State in the Ticket
I think
City.
all the pros are on first, ain't they?
I don't know, I haven't looked.
It's the NFL. It's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday, so it's probably it's NFL.
That is a good point.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I haven't looked that far, but
You got all them high dollar people that'll play on the holiday. You can't get them college boys to do that.
but don't they have NBA on Christmas? Well, it's Christmas. Not anyway. Never mind. Let's go to the Ticket City Bowl, Houston and Penn State.
Houston, man, Houston.
Yeah,
Houston.
yeah. I think Houston got a bad deal this year. I think they're gonna beat Penn State. Penn State's won several, but man, just barely.
I tell
Houston.
you, I don't think Penn State's gonna make it. Old Papa Joe fella broke his hip again, so he's out again. So
Yeah,
I'm going to Houston.
Houston.
Houston's another team like Boise State. At one loss, just screws it over for them. But I'm still going with Houston to beat Penn State. Now this is the third best bowl game in my opinion. Michigan State versus Georgia in the Outback Bowl.
I'm going to have to go with the dogs on that one.
Do I need to put the hat on for this one? Do I need to put the hat on?
Y'all deserve it. Y'all played good.
I think it's going to be close, but I think Georgia's going to find a way.
As I said, third greatest bowl in the season. Well, in the season right now, but I'm looking for a Georgia win. Maybe. They don't play like they played in the SEC championship game. They might win.
They play like they played the first half.
Yeah, the first half. First half, maybe.
Second half, I don't know what half.
They didn't come out of the locker room. That was some people that stole their costume and uniforms.
So, I think they put the band in the second half.
Yeah. Alright, the Capital One Bowl, Nebraska and South Kakalaki.
South who?
South Carolina.
South Carolina Gamecocks all the way.
Spurriers, boys.
Ah, man, I went with Nebraska. I think Nebraska's going to figure out a way.
He likes corn.
Yeah.
I went with Spurriers, boys. I think you'll figure out a way to win it.
Definitely.
Now on to the Gator Bowl, sponsored by Toyota, I think.
No, it's sponsored by TaxSlayer.com.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Liked it better when it was Toyota.
I guess I'm going to take the Gators on this one.
Man, as much as I want to go with the SEC, I think Ohio State's going to get some redemption from a few years ago. I went with the Buckeyes.
I had to give them some.
That even hurts to say I went with the Buckeyes.
I just went with Florida. I don't like Ohio State. Point blank.
Maybe Meyer will be standing on the sidelines over there on Ohio State.
They need some payback.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Maybe the fans will get even with them.
That'd be fun to watch.
As a Georgia fan, I can care less about Urban Meyer and the Gators and the Buckeyes and all that stuff. Shh.
Alright, we have the Rose Bowl, Wisconsin and Oregon.
Oregon.
Man, I went back and forth on this one, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be one of them. If the Oregon Ducks show up, they win. If Wisconsin shows up, they going to win. But I think in the end, I chose Wisconsin.
The first BCS bowl game we're going to pick, two great teams coming in. Wisconsin, I don't know what championship they won. Oregon won whatever championship they're in. I'm liking Wisconsin because they have the better QB. Oregon has a good running back, but I like Wisconsin's quarterback. Stanford and Oklahoma State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Fiesta Bowl. I'm going with Oklahoma State on this one.
Oklahoma State. They look really good against Oklahoma.
Is that all? My turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
Richard.
Stanford, you're there, but I think that's only on a automatic qualifier because I don't remember much about you in the season, so I'm going with Oklahoma State.
Well, Stanford does have Andrew Luck now, so I mean it ain't gonna be a blowout, but
Oh yeah, I remember Luck now. Too bad he didn't win the Heisman.
ooh, go RG3.
But yeah, go Oklahoma State. Then the Sugar Bowl, Michigan and Virginia Tech. Ugh.
Michigan.
Man, I've been a Wolverines fan for a long time. I went with the Wolverines.
So you both went Michigan. Even it still pains me to say this. I went with Virginia Tech. It just pains me to say this, but
He didn't watch the Clemson game, did he?
No, he didn't, did he?
what Clemson game? I watched all of them,
I mean,
except for the first two.
I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
televised. But Virginia Tech, they figured out everybody else except Clemson.
Well, Michigan is one of them that if he's there, he's there. If he ain't, he ain't. So I don't know. I just had to go with the Wolverines.
Alright, then we get to my bowl game. The Orange Bowl.
Put your hat on.
It's not time. Not time yet. Wait for it. The last time
Wait for it.
Wait for it. The last time these two teams met in a bowl game, it was in the... Shut up over there. It was in the Gator Bowl, and West Virginia won. It was the first bowl game I went to. Sucked very heartily. But I think this year, being the ACC champs and all,
Here it comes.
Here comes the hat, baby. Woo!
Tigers in that solid orange will win.
Oh, as bad as it pains me, I went with Clemson as well. West Virginia's won several here lately, but I just think that Clemson offense is just going to be too much.
It's your turn, Santa.
I don't pick Clemson. I started this off, man.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Alright,
Your turn.
I'm picked.
Okay, let's go on.
I got the hat on and everything. What are you talking about?
Let's go.
Cotton Bowl, Kansas State, Arkansas.
I'm going SEC on this. Arkansas Razorbacks all the way.
Arkansas, I went Razorbacks too, but they better be careful with Kansas State. They better be careful.
Arkansas wins it.
Oh, shit. Put a lot of heart into it, man.
I gotta recover from that last one, you know. Alright, now we got the Compass Bowl. Woo. SMU and Pittsburgh.
North, south, east, west. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Man, I ain't even keep up with either one of these teams this year, really. I went with SMU, just pointed.
What's SMU stand for?
Yeah, don't ask me.
Some muck university, I don't know.
Something mucked up.
Smucker University.
Something like that.
Mine was a coin flip. SMU
Oh,
came up.
imagine that, right?
Imagine your face.
That was the dog went to the treat to SMU. That's why I got that one right.
Alright, GoDaddy.com Bowl. We got Arkansas State, North Illinois.
Arkansas State.
I went with Arkansas State too. Like I said, I ain't really watched either team, but
I picked Arkansas, so I picked Arkansas State. Seemed like logical to me. Nothing to say? I figured you would have something to say.
Championship now.
Yeah, the national championship game now. Number 1 LSU versus number 2 Alabama. A rematch from week I don't remember and don't really care. Where Alabama lost 9-6.
And I think Alabama's going to get revenge and they're going to win. I'm taking Alabama.
I picked Alabama the first time. They should have won it the first time. I'm picking Alabama again, and they better win it this time.
Well, if they don't.
Then they lost.
Oh, okay. Well, because I picked LSU. I mean, strong team. The Alabama game was the only one they really had any problem with, but that was because couldn't hit the field goals. So I think LSU was going to win this
But
one.
in that LSU-Alabama game, LSU did nothing.
That's
I
true.
mean, nothing.
They can't handle the defense.
I think that Alabama is going to get it together, and if the man can kick a field goal, and
Well,
I think they're going to go for it on some fourth downs and make it, and I believe Alabama's going to win this one. I think it's going to be handily.
Yeah.
They'll be taking a knee in the fourth quarter, I believe.
Victory formation. Back to that victory formation.
From North Pole here, Santa wants to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And,
none of this Happy Holidays crap.
What?
Yeah.
None of this Happy Holidays crap. It's Merry Christmas.
It's Merry Christmas.
Christmas, and maybe Santa Claus can bring Clemson a victory. We'll see.
Woo.
Alright, so that's it. We'll see you next year.
Woo.
Peace out.
Go Dogs.
What you think, man?
Go Dogs.